Today, the Kremlin said that Fox News should apologize for insulting Mr. Putin. The Russian president has held office in his country for more than 17 years and has been accused of having some of his critics killed. And Elaine, it's worth noting Vice President Mike Pence came out in defense of Mr. Trump, saying he simply wants a fresh start with Russia.
So what is the White House saying now in defense of the president's comments?
Well, when it comes to the issue of Russia today, again, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer continued to try to, as he said, put this in the context of restarting relations with Russia. But as you heard, there were some very emotional, some very heated responses to this comparison of either American soldiers, American people, or Americans writ large to Vladimir Putin and some of the actions of his military and of him personally. As you heard in that piece, the retired General Barry McCaffrey saying this is an insult, basically, one of the least pro-American things you could say. But that's just a war of words when it comes to what the White House would characterize as the president simply trying to downplay disagreement with Russia in the hopes of striking a better deal in the future. But of course, to I'm sure many of the service people, as the general said, that's deeply insulting.
And Margaret, on another issue here, what is the White House saying regarding President Trump's comments about the media covering up terrorist attacks?
That was a really unusual choice for the commander-in-chief to speak for the very first time to the troops at CENTCOM, where he spoke today. He did also talk about getting more military equipment. He talked about the fight against terrorism. It wasn't clear why he switched to a politically minded speech there and decided instead to turn his attack on the press itself. As you heard, the White House press secretary really tried to clean that up, I would say, on Air Force One, saying, we'll give you a list of all these attacks that apparently we've been unwilling to report on in the views of the White House. But as of broadcast and as of this moment, Elaine, the White House has not provided any list of these attacks, and we will make them available on our website, on my Twitter feed, and I'm sure on your air as soon as we receive them.
Absolutely. We will certainly bring that to our viewers. I wonder, Margaret, the president's comments come just a few days after it was revealed that one of his top aides, Kellyanne Conway, cited a terror attack that never happened. And that was during interviews with at least 3 media outlets. Do we have any way of knowing if that's related, perhaps, to what the president said Monday morning?
It could be. It's really unclear, because when we've asked for clarification on exactly what the president had in his mind, what were those instances that he thought the press had either refused to report or underreported or ignored entirely, we couldn't get a single instance named to us. So exactly what he has in his mind, if that's terror attacks in Europe, which have, if you remember, the most recent big attack was in December in Germany in that Christmas market. That was wall-to-wall coverage. Sometimes in the Middle East, where you see very frequent, near daily attacks in places, they don't get the same scale of coverage. Was he talking about that? Was he talking about foiled attacks in the United States? Because we really haven't seen any in the past few months, and those that have, none of those attackers or attempted attackers have come from any of the countries on that list of banned states who are listed as state sponsors of terrorism as well. So it's not clear. We're hoping that the White House will give us some more information so that we can know what was influencing his thinking.
Absolutely. We look forward to that clarification. We know you'll bring it to us. Margaret Brennan at the White House. Margaret, thanks so much.